Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to English Podcast TV. I'm your host, John, and I'm stoked you're tuning in today. We're going to be diving into a topic that's near and dear to my heart, and I'm betting it's one you'll find totally pawsome. We're talking about pets, furry, feathery, scaly, all kinds of awesome companions. Ever wondered why having a pet seems to make life just better? Well, today we are going to spill the tea about all the benefits a pet can bring to your life. And to help us dig deep into this topic, I've got a super special guest with us today. She's got a heart of gold and is a total animal whisperer. Please give a big English Podcast TV welcome to Jenny.
Hey, John. Hey, everyone watching. Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here and chat about one of my favorite things in the world, animals.
The pleasure is all ours, Jenny. So tell us a little bit about your own experience with pets. Got any furry family members we should know about?
Absolutely. I've got a rescue dog, a golden retriever named Buddy, who is just the biggest goofball you'll ever meet. I also have 2 cats, the siblings named Snowball and Shadow that are the ruler of the house.
That's amazing. Rescue pets are the best. Okay, let's get into it. For anyone out there who's on the fence, maybe thinking about getting a pet but not quite sure, why do we need a pet? Like, what's the big deal?
That's a great question. I think a lot of people see pets as just extra work. But they are so much more than that. They bring so much to our lives. I mean, it's not always easy, but it is worth it.
You know, I've heard people say that pets are basically like furry therapists. Is there any truth to that?
That's not far off. Let's start with the emotional side of things. Studies have shown that having a pet can seriously increase your emotional well-being. They provide unconditional love and companionship. I mean, who wouldn't love that?
For sure. It's like they are always happy to see you no matter what.
And that has a huge impact. Feeling lonely? A pet can be the best antidote. They are always there to cuddle, play with, and just generally be a furry, supportive presence. This is really important, especially for people who live alone.
That makes total sense. What about stress? Life can be hectic, right? How do pets help with that?
Oh, they are amazing stress busters. Petting an animal can actually lower your cortisol levels. That's the stress hormone, and increase oxytocin, which is the feel-good hormone. Just spending a few minutes cuddling with Buddy can melt away the stress of a long day.
Wow, so basically a pet is like a natural chill pill.
Precisely. And the benefits go beyond just stress. Studies have even shown that having a pet can lower your blood pressure and reduce your risk of heart disease.
That's insane. So having a pet is actually good for your heart. Literally.
Absolutely. And there's more. Did you know that pet owners have a higher chance of survival after heart-related emergencies? I mean, how cool is that?
That's mind-blowing. Pets are like tiny furry paramedics.
You could say that. And going back to mental health, pets can be a huge help with depression.
How so?
Depression can be incredibly isolating. But a pet provides a reason to get up in the morning, a reason to care for something, and a constant source of affection. They can break through that feeling of isolation and give you a sense of purpose.
That's such an important point. My aunt was really struggling with depression, and then she got a cat. It made a huge difference for her.
It's amazing how they can do that, isn't it? Now, let's talk about some of the physical benefits. Owning a dog especially encourages exercise.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. You gotta walk them.
Exactly. You're forced to get outside, get some fresh air, and move your body. That's great for your physical and mental health. And it's not just dogs. Even playing with a cat or cleaning a bird cage gets you moving more than you would if you were just sitting on the couch.
True that. And speaking of getting out and about, I've noticed that people with pets seem to be way more social. Is that a thing?
Absolutely. Pets are fantastic social icebreakers. When you're walking your dog in the park, people are way more likely to strike up a conversation. They might ask about your dog's breed or just comment on how cute they are. It's a great way to meet new people and build connections.
Definitely. My neighbor met his girlfriend while they were both walking their dogs.
See? Pet-facilitated romance. It's a real thing.
Okay, so we've talked about mental health, physical health, and social benefits. What about allergies? I've heard that having a pet can actually reduce allergies in kids. Is that true?
It sounds counterintuitive, right? But early exposure to pets can actually help build up a child's immune system and make them less likely to develop allergies later in life. Of course, this isn't true for everyone, and some people are definitely allergic to certain animals. But the research is pretty interesting.
That's wild. So basically, living with a little bit of fur and dander can toughen you up.
In a way, yes. And another group that really benefits from pet ownership is older adults.
Tell me more.
For seniors, pets can provide companionship, reduce loneliness, and give them a sense of purpose. They can also help with cognitive function. Studies have shown that pet ownership can have positive effects on your brain health.
That makes sense. Keeping your mind active and engaged is so important as you get older.
Exactly. And caring for a pet can provide that mental stimulation.
So, pets are basically fountains of youth.
In a way, yes. They keep you young at heart, and maybe even in body and mind.
Jenny, all of this is amazing. It's hard to believe that one little animal can bring so much good to our lives.
It really is incredible. They enrich our lives in so many ways, but you have to remember, owning a pet is a big responsibility. You need to be prepared to provide them with food, shelter, veterinary care, and lots of love and attention.
That's a really important point. It's not something to take lightly.
Exactly. But if you're ready for the commitment, the rewards are immeasurable.
All right, Jenny, I think it's time to describe some words we have used previously.
Sure, it will help our listeners with better understanding. Pawsome, meaning a fun, playful way to say awesome, often used when talking about pets or animals. Example: that dog's trick was totally pawsome. Companions, meaning people or animals who spend time with you, friends. Example: dogs make loyal companions for people of all ages. Spill the tea, meaning a slang phrase that means to share gossip or secrets. Example: come on, spill the tea. What happened at the party last night? Hectic, meaning very busy or full of activity. Example: today was so hectic, I barely had time to eat lunch. Affection, meaning a feeling of love or care for someone or something. Example: she showed her affection by hugging her cat every morning. Exposure, meaning being shown or introduced to something, often for the first time. Example: traveling gives kids great exposure to different cultures.
Okay, before we wrap up, any last words of wisdom for our viewers who are considering getting a pet?
Do your research. Think about what kind of animal would best fit your lifestyle. Consider adopting from a local shelter. There are so many wonderful animals out there who are looking for a loving home. And most importantly, be prepared to give your pet lots of love and attention. They will definitely give it back tenfold.
Awesome advice, Jenny. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today. This has been so insightful.
My pleasure, John. Thanks for having me.
And that's all the time we have for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed learning about the amazing benefits of having a pet. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to English Podcast TV for more awesome content, and let us know in the comments what kind of pets you have. Until next time, keep learning, keep laughing, and keep loving those furry, feathery, scaled friends of yours. Peace out.